Hi, my name is Mark Trueman, and this is The Brutal Truth with Trueman. Just as George Orwell said, in times of universal deceit, telling the truth will be a revolutionary act. And this is why I stand here today, because the truth needs to be told. But not only just the truth, but the brutal truth. Put it in your face, have it thrown in your face, have to wrestle with it, have to agonize over it, and maybe even be offended. But the fact is, the brutal truth needs to go out there. So let me just tell you the brutal truth right now about COVID. The fact of the matter is that we have a virus that is survivable by easily 99% of the population. There's a vaccine going on, and in a later video I'm probably going to address that. But I just want to address just actually the brutal truth and some of the figures on the death rates in Canada right now, to give you an idea. Now these actually figures are from 2018. I did dig them up. There is figures from 2019, but these figures actually don't change too much over the year. Yeah, there's a little bit of shuffling between the top 5 death rates in Canada, but the fact of the matter is that there is simply just a steady 10, and they're not itemized. They're not majorly over itemized or listed by major diseases, but major categories of death. So let me give you an idea here. To give you an idea, cancer is listed as number 1 in Canada. Now, also heart disease at number 2. Now those sit at around roughly in 2018 at 79,000 and 53,000. Now the fact of the matter is that most Canadians will actually face getting one of these diseases based upon a coin flip. So one of your family history probably is cancer or heart disease. Then you have cerebral cardiovascular diseases. You have accidents. You have chronic lower respiratory disease at number 5, sitting at around 13,000 deaths between those. 13,000 deaths between each of those. You have the flu and pneumonia at 8,500. Okay, so to give you an idea, that's actually what we're seeing. The funny thing is that the flu figures have apparently dropped by 98%. So then there's diabetes. Of course, we usually know a friend or family that's usually got diabetes, so that's a pretty common one. We actually have Alzheimer's. Of course, years ago we actually did for ALS. Basically, we did the cold water challenge. So that's actually something that affects a lot of Canadians. We have suicide, which is unfortunately is what seems to be happening as more and more lockdowns go around this province, which I live in, which is in Ontario, and of course around other provinces in Canada. Suicide rates have gone up, mental health issues have gone up, we have drug use that's gone up, we have alcoholism gone up, we have spousal abuse gone up, we have domestic violence going up. So these things are actually affecting greater things than just the death rate. Then we also have kidney diseases, and kidney disease is actually rounded at the top 10. Now, of course, what I can say is, of course, there's quite a number of diseases there that actually affect quite a number of the degrees of the body. But here's the actual question here. We actually have people in the hospital right now, and actually I've confirmed this with a few people who work in hospitals. The fact of the matter is that if you die of heart disease, or you die of cancer, or you end up basically dying of an accident, or the flu, or pneumonia, right now, you get tested after death. Post-mortem we're talking about. We're talking about dead people here. Right? And the fact of the matter is that simply these tests are coming back positive. Now, okay, that's fine. So they were positive for COVID, but is that what killed them? No, that's not what killed them. A heart attack killed them. Not having enough oxygen in their bloodstream. Basically, things that are not affected by COVID actually are being listed as COVID deaths. But also the fact of the matter is, I'm going to call into question the fact that the COVID test. The COVID test actually is unreliable. I actually saw a video the other day where in German Parliament where a politician actually sits there, takes the PCR test, shoves it into a can of Coke, and basically comes back with a positive. And we've actually seen others that actually have done this. So the fact of the matter is, this is like basically going to the drugstore, getting a pregnancy test, and it telling you you're positive. You go to the doctor, they tell you you're not. You go back, you do the test again, it says you're positive, you go back to the doctor. It's lunacy, absolute lunacy. So but here's the thing. This is the truth. I've spoken the truth here. I've given you facts. I've given you a few figures. I want you to wrestle over. But this is not the show where we tell the truth. We tell the brutal truth. By the way, number 1, what's the number 1 cause of death in Canada? It's not cancer. It's not heart disease. Yes, I sort of deceived you a little bit there. But I'm going to tell you the brutal truth. The brutal truth is that abortion. Yes. While we're all sitting here in lockdown and wearing masks in grocery stores, or basically trying to do our best for the fellow man or for the public good, if you will, as our government wants to explain to us, we're supposed to be good little soldiers. We're supposed to follow orders. No, the reality is that abortion in Canada is actually costing 100,000 lives a year. Yes, I said it. One big giant round number. And it doesn't matter whether I go 5 years back, it's conservatively 100,000, because the fact of the matter is, not all abortions are reported. So because you have to account for a hospital, a clinic, but you're not accounting for the Plan B pill. You're not accounting for all those abortions that are literally just a pill that you go to the pharmacy, you get Plan B, and you abort your child chemically. So that's the thing. That is the brutal truth here. So I want you to wrestle with this. I want you to think about this. I want you to look at the data yourself. Don't trust me. Go and look at the data. Go read the data. I want to give you the brutal truth here, and I believe I've done that. And the fact of the matter is, I'm so very happy. I want you to comment. I want you to share. I want you to tell the truth. I want you to speak to your family this Christmas, because it is so incumbent upon us to basically tell the truth, to have the truth known, because what does the truth do? It uncovers darkness. Now I'm just going to leave you with a simple quote here. The quote actually comes from 1943. This is actually a teenager, okay, who led resistance, who went to Auschwitz. Her name was Sophie Scholl, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce her name, but trust me when I tell you her quote from history is actually significant to this time. Her last words, how can we expect righteousness to prevail when there is hardly anyone willing to give himself or herself up individually to the righteous cause? Such a fine sunny day, and I have to go. But what does my death matter? If through us thousands of people are awakened and stirred to action. So this is not only, I'm not here just to promote myself. I'm not here just simply to tell you the truth. I'm here to stir you to action. And I hope that there is others that continue that, because I'm just one guy. There's many voices that need to be heard in this, and there needs to be the public that actually stands up and says, no, this is enough. So basically, here I am. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful day, a Merry Christmas, because yes, we live in Canada, and a Happy New Year.